What's up, Muddy? Thanks for dropping by at Truckee on your 2-day trip to Tahoe. Come on in.
Alright, so that was Chaz, and you just heard him say welcome to Truckee. I'm up here in California, and what I'm doing is I'm creating a story within a story. This is kind of like a little biography of my life and at this time of what I'm doing and where I'm at. So friends, family, relatives, everybody kind of calls me up and says, Muddy, what are you doing? Where are you at? Where are you going? And you know, the common question is, where in the world are you? So right now I'm in Truckee, California, and I'm beginning my mission for a new documentary story that I'm working on. So bear with me, this may take a minute, so if you're bored, leave now. If not, listen to what I gotta say. So working on a documentary about snowboarding, how cool it was 93, 94, 95, what happened when it hit the Olympics. We had a kind of divergence of kind of ideas. You know, half of the snowboard crew said, screw the Olympics, I don't want anything to do with it. And then the other half said, let's do it. And they did it, and it's kind of stuck. So we're in a predicament now where the world of snowboarding is controlled by a group of skiers called the FIS, and right now a lot of snowboarders aren't happy with it, and they're trying to have the whole situation handled by snowboarders. So, you know, looking at the whole situation from where I stand, I can see goods and bads to both of them, and what I'm trying to do is work with a group of snowboarders now to figure out what that story is and how that story will go. Oh, hey puppies. Hey puppies.
Who's that?
Hey puppies. You smell my doggies, don't you? You smell Moose and Kona. Yeah, and there's Chaz, walking his dogs.
You know, daily duties.
So, follow me to California. I was in Massachusetts a day and a half ago. Got on a plane, flew out here to California. Got on a 3-hour road mission down to Mammoth Lakes. Sat down as soon as I got there with Luke Matrani. Had a cool little interview. And he has a real unique take on snowboarding and really could care less about competition or anything. He just really wants to have fun and just do what he does, and it's refreshing to see that and hear that from somebody these days when, you know, snowboarding is usually a job or they're just doing it to do it. So on the other side of things, you know, sat down with Scotty Lego, and he's a true Olympian, bronze medalist, actually got kicked out of the Olympics, so that adds some controversy there, and some of the stuff that he had to say was really interesting and was really cool to hear, so can't wait to show you guys that. After that, I sat down with the U.S. snowboard team. We had a day of training camp sessions today, airbag. We were at Mammoth riding a half pipe, talking to everybody from Gretchen Bleiler to Kelly Clark, all the coaches, Tommy Shashin, Mike Jankowski, Ricky Bauer, and they all gave me a lot of really cool info, a lot of good stuff that really meant a lot to snowboarding, meant a lot to the Olympics too, because, you know, they're the coaches of the next Olympic team, so I'm getting that perspective. So from here, I'm at Chaz's house now. I'm going to head down to hang out with Andy Finch. He's an Olympian from 2006 on the 2006 halfpipe team, and going to see what Andy Finch Airlines has to say. From there, I'm going up to Super Park. Going to sit down with Bridges, historical dictionary reference book encyclopedia of snowboarding. That guy can give you any piece of information you'd ever want. So I'm going to sit down with him and see what he has to say about the whole thing. Also going to interview a bunch of potential Olympians up there. And then flying down to LA, going to meet up with some people for TTR, who was the pro snowboard side of the whole Olympic debate between FIS, and they are the other side of it. So see what those guys have to say for their General Assembly. Hang out in LA for a couple days, go down to SoCal, meet up with one of my legends, iconic snowboarders that I grew up watching snowboard, Jeff Brushy. He's agreed to talk to me about this. Todd Richards, same classic snowboard guy. You can't really get him to shut up sometimes. The guy just goes on, but him and JJ are really going to talk to about the Olympics and their role they played in it. So the story for me is traveling a lot, trying to get the story done and trying to see where it can go from here. So stay tuned. This is just one update, many more to come. So peace.